When last we left our hero, he had found a mysterious lighting fixture that could apparently produce superior flats. Can he make it more user-friendly? Stay tuned to find out! Okay. Alright, in the last video, I talked about the lighting fixture that I found that was really nicely diffused. This guy had made really good flats, but it wasn't very off-the-shelf friendly. You know, it's going to need some wiring, and with a few components that are really inexpensive, you can make it a lot more user-friendly. So you need a small battery box. This was like $1.50. Potentiometer. This is only a 50K. It doesn't need to be that precise. And a power switch, because this will be a live circuit at all times, so you want to be able to turn it off so it doesn't drain the battery. We need the potentiometer because we need to split off the voltage, right? Because the 1.5 volts coming out of this, or this is only 1.2, the 1.2 volts coming out of this dims it quite a bit, but it can go dimmer, and we want it as dim as possible. Now you can hardwire a voltage splitter out of resistors, but I didn't really want to mess with that because it would take some trial and error, and the potentiometer will give you a little flexibility as far as the brightness level goes. I don't know why you'd want it any dimmer than as dim as it can go, but I just don't like the thought of being completely locked into a brightness level. So yeah, with these three things, you can make this panel a lot more user-friendly. Well, I'm just going to take and hot glue these things right to the back of the panel. Probably hot glue this right here like this, and this power switch right here. And we'll hot glue it all on there and do the soldering. And the last thing you'll need to make this thing usable is a scrap of old extension cord, a grounded extension cord. I've got an old one here that I'm going to cut up to use for it. And a few of these cable connecting bungs to go in the holes on the side of the electrical box. But all together that probably costs like $15 extra. But other than that, that's all you need to make it more user-friendly. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to hot glue all this stuff together. And then, actually I better solder this first because that's not going to work well with the hot glue. And so the circuit is really simple. We just need to interrupt the hot line coming from the battery. And then one side of the potentiometer will go back to ground. The feed will go in the middle, and then the other side will go to the positive dimming line for the LED panel. And I don't know if you know how these things work. It's got a resistance material around it like this, and then your feed goes into 2, and then it touches that resistance material, and depending on where that wiper is, it splits the voltage off in different directions, and the position of the wiper determines how much voltage goes to each side. So this is a new tub of flux. We need to open this up. Alright, we'll dab a little of this liquid electrical tape on these contacts. Alright, now I'm just going to hot glue this stuff down. It doesn't need to be real fancy or real permanent. Stuff that's easy to fix and modify if we need to. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and solder all of these. Okay. That is our completed dimming circuit. Now you just stick your battery in there. And flip this on and off to activate the dimming, and you can control your level with this. And we just wire our main leads onto these and we will be good to go here. Okay, there was a problem with grounding, and the frame of the potentiometer touching the frame, the backing of the plate shorted it out and it didn't work. So I'm just going to be more careful this time and make sure it stays insulated with the hot glue. Get a good dab here and a good dab here and not let it touch any of the other metal. Okay, that is with it off. So we turn it on, and then we can use the potentiometer back here to adjust it, turn it way down, and get a nice, subtle, flat feel, and that's going to work great. Nice. And then you have to make sure you leave it off when you're not using it, because that circuit will stay connected and drain your battery. So just turn it on, take your flats, turn it off, and unplug it, and you should be in good shape. Clear skies.